You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
Hey yo!
What up? What up?
It is, as you've now termed it or coined it, Overreaction Mondays. The Dolphins played over the weekend, and me trying to be, ever more professional, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to say it at the top of the show. The Miami Dolphins beat the Houston Texans 28-3. Because normally we'll be talking, like, oh my days, we didn't even announce the score. So, yep, we got it out there early. You've heard his voice already. Mr. Charlie Touche, how are you?
Yo, Dolphins won 28-3. It's Victory Monday, baby, as Kadeem would say it. Bro got his splint off and can't even make a ball fist.
That's as far as I can bend my finger.
And you try to flex on him.
I can flex. I just can't make a fist.
This guy hurt his finger flexing. Listen, the Dolphins weren't the only team that played over the weekend. Inter Miami secured a League's Cup championship, and Messi officially took Inter Miami from the worst team in the league to a championship. It's not the season-long championship, but we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? So all the time y'all be playing Madden and just take the worst team in the league and then turn them into the best team in the league. Messi's doing it right now. Gotta love it. What you got, Kadeem? You about to say something?
Loads of things. So let's start with the comments. We are live over at YouTube. Shout out to Moy TV. He says, "Oh my god, I actually caught you guys early for once. What's good, GTD?" Hammer says, "Hug smash on your way in. I ain't wasting no time." He then added me too.
I ain't wasting no time.
Shout out to Rob. He says, "No, I won't read Rob's just yet." IMAX says, "Evening, Kadeem, Charlie, and chat." Few highs, all that kind of stuff. Shout out to DB saying, "Fins up, guys." Guys, we will talk Jonathan Taylor. I promise you, because right now we can't not talk Jonathan Taylor. But we have a few things to get through first. Obviously, the Texans game, kind of first and foremost, some injury stuff. Also, again, top of the show, if you haven't already, hit the like button as you enter. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. We've just reached 1,500 subs on YouTube. Massive milestone. Keep on growing. Follow us on Twitter at GoTimeDolphins, Instagram at GoTimeDolphins, on TikTok at GoTimeDolphins. We're now on Patreon at GoTimeDolphins. That's a new one as well. I'll drop the link into all of those stuff in the comments as you guys chat, as we chat. So yeah, continue showing love, continue showing support, all that good stuff, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. Charlie, Saturday night, the Miami Dolphins against the Houston Texans. There's only one place to start, and that is the first play of the game. Talk to me about it.
It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. Got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast. Woo! Not only did Tua play a preseason game that we didn't see it coming. You know, we already recorded our preseason preview. We didn't think Tua was going to play in the preseason. And lo and behold, he gets the dress. He gets the start. The return of Tua. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? He come out, first play from scrimmage. Those the pick. Listen. I was okay with it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Bert. So for everyone who listens to the podcast, you know we got homeboys that rock with the podcast. Bert, LB, J-Rob, a couple home team people. Shout out to Drakey. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of people that are close-knit that listen to the podcast. And Bert hit us up 2 weeks ago. I got a group chat. Bert hit the group chat, 2 weeks ago and said, "Yo, I had a dream. I had a nightmare that Tua threw a pick." I'm like, bro, like, why everybody got like this trauma of Tua throwing picks? And I kind of talked about it. Was it the last episode with Dudley? Maybe it was the last one of the last two. One of the last 2 episodes, I'm like, yo, Tua don't throw picks like that. Like, everybody's acting like he got this soul-crushing pick thing syndrome. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't. And he throws a pick on the first play of the game. And Kadeem, I'm going to be real with you. He came back like Tua, in regular Tua fashion, and drove down the field 93 yards and scored a touchdown the next drive. Listen, I'm glad he got it out the way. I'm glad he like, you know what? Let me tighten up. I got to show y'all boys something. So shout out to Kadeem for rocking the Vice City Jalen Waddle jersey. He just tried to sneak it in and didn't think we was going to catch it. But that's what I got from the first play of the game, Kadeem. I was actually kind of happy that it happened like that. Preseason, throw the pick, cool.
It's so reminiscent of any sport you watch, any sport, and the game kicks off. But listen, first play of the game, be it opening kickoff, be it opening tip-off, whatever sport it is, like, you know what? I don't need to get there straight away because nothing happens. Probably first play will be like a run play, 2-3 yard, blah, blah. I reckon most people weren't even in the stadium in their seats yet, and the Dolphins had already thrown an interception. And especially when we know the toxic nature of social media, where Tua throws a pick and the entire world's like, that's it, blow it up. Nope, he's trash. Nope, bring this guy to white. We've had a discussion a few times about Tua, where the one thing he has been known for is that if he does throw an interception, the next drive is normally a touchdown, or at least a scoring drive. I think it's why that game against the Packers, the back-to-back interceptions was like, this ain't Tua. He's not really like that. But yeah, first play of the game, it's just like, yeah, of course, this is meant to happen. And it watching it back multiple times, I don't think anyone can really work out what happened. It's like, or you can kind of see what he was trying to do, but also it's like, I think he even said it as well, the ball has to just be like gone, off it goes. But like you said, the Dolphins turn the defense come on the field, essentially in the red zone, and hold the Texans to 0. Get a turnover, 1 down, 4 plays. What do you make of the opening look of the defense?
Bro, going back to the pick, if the first person didn't pick it off, the second person would have picked it off. It was such a bad throw, bro. And I'm cool. Tua my dog. He my quarterback. So we not the anti-Tua, so we could talk about our homeboy like this. You know how when you got family and you could argue with your family, you know what I'm saying? But when someone else outside your family try to argue with your family, like, hey, hold up, bro. What you said? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we could do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put this on pause real quick. I'm looking for a hat because the boy looking kind of crazy. And I was like, you know what? Let's see if we could go through some hats for the podcast real quick. I think I wore this one last time. It doesn't really match the shirt. And I got
mine don't match.
Miami Heat. This one don't match. It's a dope hat though.
I think it matches better. Yeah, that's a better matching combination than my one.
The denim.
He can't even hear me.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Right now, Charlie can't hear me. I'm talking to myself. I'm just talking.
Hold on. We got the denim heat. Denim heat. It doesn't match the shirt that I'm rocking right now, though. Oh, we got the Miami Hurricanes. Look at this with the Miami Hurricanes. Oh, all the what at the end there. I need to rock a hat though, cause the boy going through it with the haircut right now. Y'all see me wear this one often. Hold on, fellas. Hold on. Let's see if we can get something going. Dang, bro. Oh.
As Charlie's trying to find the correct hat, like I said earlier, make sure you're following us on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and now on Patreon as well. any support will be greatly appreciated. It's also the chance to enter the Madden 24 giveaway. It's a Patreon only giveaway. The other giveaway we have at the moment is the Tyreek Hill card giveaway, which we're giving away on this episode. So to enter that giveaway, comment on this video. It's a live only giveaway. If you're not part of live, you don't have a chance to win. So apologies. If you're over on Twitter watching, hey, jump over to YouTube, get involved in the conversation in the chat. It's basically Jonathan Taylor. So yeah, let us know in the chat whether you think the Dolphins should sign, trade for Jonathan Taylor, and we will get to all the comments as we get to the Jonathan Taylor section of the episode.
Had to have a wardrobe change. My bad. Got the dad hat, the American Eagle dad hat.
Is that a Philadelphia Eagles hat?
American Eagle.
Nah, it's Philadelphia Eagles. The same. You have an eagle on your hat, Philadelphia Eagles.
Are you finished?
You're the one with the Eagles hat.
Hey, listen. Yeah, where we at now, Kadeem? My bad. We still talking about preseason and the defense.
Dolphins defense on the field. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dolphins defense, bro. We look pretty good. I'm all right with it. The first team ain't really out there like that. Christian Wilkins still holding in. Coach McDaniel had to talk on Christian Wilkins and a couple other injuries. Although Christian Wilkins isn't hurt, he's not playing. So I'm comfortable with the defense. I'm more comfortable with the defense than I am with the offense. So I hope we get it fixed by week 1, the offense. But I'm a little concerned, bro. Like, you dust the cobwebs off, you playing around and all the other good stuff. But what did you think about the defense?
David Long looks like a great signing. Now, again, it's a few flash plays, just stuffing runs before they even get going. But yeah, David Long looks good. I keep on shouting him out pre-game, but Brandon Pilley looks like he's going to make the roster, which is good. The Dolphins do need some added depth at defensive tackle. Xavier Howard had a nice pass breakup. Yeah, there's a few standout moments, but I think people will say, well, they played a rookie in CJ Stroud and Davis Mills, who, while he has talent, there's a reason why the Texans drafted a rookie quarterback so early. But to hold any team in the NFL, be it first string, second string, third string players to 3 points, is quite impressive. And I think it shows that the Dolphins vanilla defense is still going to be difficult to score on. So yeah, I thought the defense. I think it's something which 5 Yard Lee has pointed out a few times, that the Dolphins defense so far seems to be doing quite well in training camp and in scrimmages and stuff like that. And I think it's showing on the field in these preseason games so far.
Yeah, and to keep it on preseason, because I know we're gonna get into Jonathan Taylor in the comments right now, but let's do the housekeeping on the preseason before we talk about something that hasn't even happened yet, which is Jonathan Taylor to the Dolphins, right? So quarterback Mike White went out with a concussion. He's now in concussion protocol. And we were asked, Kadeem, I found the hat I'm going to wear. Just seen it. And we were asked, are we concerned because Mike White wears the same kind of helmet that Tua wears? The helmet that's supposed to lessen the chance of enduring or having concussions. I will let you answer the question first. Are you concerned that, Mike White has a concussion and Tua wears the same type of helmet?
Not at all, because like you said, the helmet lessens the chance, but it doesn't fully eradicate it. I don't think they ever said that this helmet was going to put an end to all concussions. So it's unfortunate, but Mike White won't be the first or the last player, not just for the Dolphins, but across the NFL, to wear this type of helmet and get a concussion. We've had a discussion, when we have our annual CTE episode, or just talking concussions in general. They haven't found a way to stop concussions, be it in American football, boxing, rugby, football. It doesn't matter the sport. If there's some kind of contact, someone might get concussion. So until they're finding ways to somewhat improve or to lessen the chance, But no, I'm not worried in the slightest that Mike White got a concussion in his helmet because it's unfortunately a part of the game.
Yeah, it's not. It's just unfortunate that he got a concussion, but I'm not concerned that someone else is going to get a concussion. I'm not concerned that Tua is going to get a concussion. I'm not concerned that more players are going to get concussions. This is football. Unfortunately, it's a part of the game. And you said it spot on, mate. It is not going to eradicate concussions, this helmet. And no matter how many times I said it, I have to say it again. Every single one of Tua's concussions were ground induced. The back of his head hit the ground, and those were the type of that contact is what I don't even want to say caused it, but those are the concussions that he was having, basically, with his back of his head hitting the ground. I've said multiple times that I'm not even concerned about Tua and concussions because it's not normal for the back of someone's head to slap the ground like that. We just happened to see it a lot last season with him, but it's not normal. So I thought that was going to be fixed just because. So when he came back in the Pittsburgh game, he said, yo, I got to take a hit. I got to see if I got it still. I got to see where I'm at. And he got hit by linebacker, DB, like, yo, I'm still getting these extra yards. So I was never, I don't want to say never concerned about Tua's concussions. Obviously, I would like to see him play safer or more safe and keep his head off the ground, but I'm not worried about a blindside hit or Tua scrambling and gets hit and worrying about concussions. I am, however, worried about the back of his head hitting the ground and causing a concussion. I'm still concerned about that. It's just not normal. And as perfect segue, as we've seen it displayed in maybe the second drive. Yeah, it had to be the second drive because he threw a pick on the first play of the first drive. So the second drive.
Very quickly, before you go there, we have a bit of GTD breaking news. We have our first Patreon. Shout out to Hammer. He has officially signed up to be a GTD associate on our Patreon page. So I want to shout him out there. We appreciate it. We will be in contact with you in terms of what happens next. You know, your personalized paper, all that kind of stuff. But generally, from the bottom of our hearts over at GTD, we appreciate our first of hopefully many Patreons. So apologies to interrupt, but yeah.
Hammer, don't hurt him. The first Patreon subscriber of Go Time Dolphins. We just got the Patreon up. I feel like we could have boosted it out some more, and this might have been the episode where we were going to really put it out there. But Hammer beat us to it and hit us up on Patreon. We really rock with you. Y'all check us out on Patreon and work with whichever subscription works best for you. You feel me? So Tua, we call that head active in jiu-jitsu. Tuck his chin, fell to the ground, kept his head off the ground. We just say keep your head active in jiu-jitsu. And we seen it on display. And it was the same type of fall he's had in the past season where he would fall and the head would hit the ground instead of him keeping his head up. So listen, I know Sherrod Steve was on a podcast saying you got to be serious. Like, you can't tell me that you're not concerned about him not taking a hit and getting a concussion. I'm not concerned about him taking a hit and getting a concussion, but I think we'll be all right, bro.
Yeah, definitely. We have a question from Kenneth Rankin. Do you think Blackman will get a shot to show if he can play in the NFL? So, for those who don't know, obviously with Mike White having a concussion, not going to play this week, the Dolphins have essentially brought back, is it Jamal Blackman? Or is that the Chelsea goalkeeper?
We just call him Blackman.
No, I just know this. There's definitely a former Chelsea goalkeeper called Jamal Blackman, I think it is. James Blackman?
Is it? I know he's
James
the Florida
Blackman,
State. Yeah. I know he's the Florida State quarterback.
James Blackman, yeah. So yeah, James Blackman. Do we think James Blackman plays or gets a shot? I'll let you go first.
Blackman will get some snaps because Mike White is out. Tua's not going to play a whole half of preseason games, and then Skyler play a whole half. So you might see Tua get 2 series, and then you see Skyler come in, and then you see Blackman in like the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I think Skylar might probably get more time than will be initially expected. But yeah, Blackman will get a chance because, there's nothing wrong with giving a kid an opportunity. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, Jamal was a keeper. I knew I was right about the thing. Another question as well, which I think you're right, not in the right place to answer, but also I guess he's someone who is, I guess, close to you, given he made two shades 24. Devon A-Chain picks up an injury in the game. We are asked by Rob any update on the injury. DB says, according to Mike McDaniel, A-Chain is week to week. He said a D lineman lands on his shoulder, and he's week to week. What did you make of A-Chain's performance, and also the fact that he did get injured?
Bro, A-Chain is a dude. Savon Ahmed does not want to get cut. Myles Gaskin is like a vocal captain of the team. Chris Brooks came out and says, yo, I want to make this team too. Y'all looking good over here. Then we already know what we get from Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. But when A-Chain got hit, I think speculation was when he ran and he broke for like maybe a 13-yard run and the DB picked him up and slammed him on the ground, that was when he got the injury. I think that's speculation. I'm not sure that that's where he got the injury. I rewatched it, and I didn't see him get up, wince or anything, hold his arm or anything. So I'm not sure that that's where he got hurt. And when Coach McDaniel was doing media day today, that's he said exactly what DB said, which was a D lineman landed on him, and A-Chain is week to week right now. A different reporter came in and asked after that, well, do you expect him to play in week 1? Coach McDaniel says, week to week, like if you really break it down into a math problem, that's like 3 weeks away. I'm just trying to see what he looks like at the end of this week and then see what he looks like at the beginning of next week. And then that's what week to week is. So fortunately for the Miami Dolphins, we hit on an undrafted running back named Chris Brooks. I am not concerned about A-Chain, though. They did an MRI today. I don't think they actually told us what was revealed in the MRI, but the fact that it's week to week kind of tells me that it's not. Well, actually, Coach also says it's not severe. So we will see Devon A-Chain sometime between week 1 and week 3. And he'll be back to normal, and we'll have a full stable of running backs. And, I know we got this Jonathan Taylor update, but still, we still got some Miami Dolphins stuff to cover.
Who else impressed? There was someone else. So, yeah, you mentioned Chris Brooks. Listen, Eric Ezukanma's continuing to make plays. What did you make of the touchdown throw from Skylar Thompson to Braxton Berrios and the way not only he got open, but kind of Braxton Berrios? I feel like Saturday was a real showcase in terms of the Dolphins' depth at wide receiver. Cedric Wharton had himself a game. Eric Ezukanma made some plays. River Cravecraft came out of nowhere, made some plays. Braxton Berrios got a touchdown.
Who came out of nowhere?
Sorry, Cravecraft 400.
Oh, Cravecraft 400.
Apologies.
Oh.
But yeah, it's the Dolphins are going to have a legitimate decision to make about who gets cut in this wide receiver room. And what do you make of the wide receiver's performance on Saturday?
I don't know who's going to make this team, Kadeem. I have no idea. I thought Ezukanma was going to be back on the practice squad. I thought Berrios was going to be a bubble player. Dolphins only kept 5 receivers last year. So if we count 5 receivers, if the Dolphins stay the course and keep 5 receivers again this year, let's just count the 5. Hill, Waddle, Jeff Wilson Jr. I said Jeff Wilson. Cedric Wilson Jr. So that's 3. So we just throw two more in there, and I'm just going to throw two randoms, Craycraft and Robbie Chosen. So that means Ezukama and Berrios is out. That's 7. If we keep 5, we're losing 2. This is what you get when you have a great roster. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got bubble players that are going to go to other teams and get significant play time for these other teams. So maybe we keep 6 receivers. Maybe, Ezukama makes the practice squad, and then probably someone plucks him off the practice squad. I have no idea, bro. Same thing with the running backs. Like, I wonder what that's going to look like. What you think?
Of the receivers that we keep,
Mm-hmm.
Who and model are we given? Like, they shouldn't even come up in the conversation. Easy. Eric Ezukama, number 3, will be chosen number 4, and I think Craycraft 400 gets the nod, but I think they might keep Braxton Barrios over him. But again, I think everyone will have, I guess, different. Everyone has different strengths. Braxton Barrios has shown he can work really well in the slot. His, what he can do in the kick and punt return. It's difficult. I think Wilson is the one who probably will be traded away if they can find a trade partner. I think the other ones who are, I guess, on the bubble probably don't have trade partners. So it's like, at that point, are you able to cut and stash, basically, which with some of them isn't going to happen. But again, do you keep an extra wide receiver and get rid of another tight end? There's definitely a number of options the Dolphins can go with.
I don't see any NFL team keeping more than 6 receivers on the roster. But plug the Patreon, and then we're going to come back and talk about JT.
So I believe, I'll try this again. So yeah, if you go on patreon.com, Go Time Dolphins, name of the podcast, name of the show. It's Go Time Dolphins on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I can't think of anything else that we are currently on or anything like that. But yeah, Go Time Dolphins Patreon. Shout out to Hammer once again, the first official Go Time Dolphins Patreon, a GTD associate. Join the Patreon at the very least to enter the Mason. Oh my days, football stuff. The Madden 24 giveaway, and I will put the link in the chat in a very short while.
So, Jonathan Taylor, Adam Schefter reports, Jonathan Taylor has officially been given permission to seek a trade by the Indianapolis Colts. It has also been reported that the Colts want significant compensation in return, something like a 1 or equal to a 1. Not going to happen. No one's giving them a 1 and then paying Jonathan Taylor $12+ million. It's not going to happen. So we have a conundrum. And I like conundrums because it just causes it really, you get to really see who thrives in it, right? In adversity. And I think we have a general manager in Chris Greer that people are learning, we not rocking Chris Greer. He's getting over. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm being honest with you, the Chicago Bears need to be on the phone right now with Indianapolis Colts. They got the cap, they got a team, they got a division. They have a division where it was ripe for the taking, and a team where they could use all the help they could get. And it's close. They have a quarterback, a young quarterback. And I thought the Chicago Bears would trade for Chase Young, which would have been epic. If the Bears traded for Chase Young, I got the Bears winning that division. But this is not Go Time Bears. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. Charlie Touche, Kadeem Simmons. Shout out to DC Kai Kid in the comments. Shout out to Kenna Rankin. Leave JT where he is. But here's the thing. We're going to take this whole conversation that we just had in the past 10 minutes about running backs, what running backs make it, what receivers make it, and Jonathan Taylor conversation. I would not do this trade, but I would not be mad if Chris Greer did it. I would not have signed Tyreek Hill to $30+ million a year and lose draft picks, but I was not mad when Chris Greer did it. You feel me? So you don't have to worry about who makes the team at running back. And you don't have to worry about what receivers make the team, because if you're going to trade for Jonathan Taylor, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., Chris Brooks, Myles Gaskin, Savon Ahmed, the Colts can pick whoever they want, how many of them they want out of those 5, and say, notice I didn't put Devon Achane in there, and just say, and just say, yo, which 2 of these 5 do you want? And we'll throw in Cedric Wilson Jr., a receiver that's going to be your number 2 right away. Maybe number 1 across from Michael Pittman. So, yeah, you have pieces you can trade the Indianapolis Colts. I think a couple of weeks ago, I sent you a text, Kadeem, that said 2 third-round picks, 2 running backs, and 2 receivers, and y'all be happy. And that's kind of what I did. But realistically, it's possible JT is a Dolphin because the Dolphins were reportedly after Saquon Barkley. So if you went after Saquon Barkley, I gotta imagine you're gonna at least pick up the phone and see what the coach got to say about Jonathan Taylor.
DC Kai Kid says, if this was Madden, I would trade a third Wilson and Jeff Wilson. So I have a question, not just for you, Charlie Wilson. Charlie Wilson on my days.
Damn, bro, Wilson. Charlie Wilson, bro. Shout out to Charlie Wilson, but me and Charlie Wilson don't look the same, bro.
Not at all. You just share the first same name. Also, shout out to Charlie Wilson, who just interviewed Thomas Morstead. I've seen a few clips of that.
Oh,
I've seen a few clips of that. So shout out to our boy Charlie Wilson. Obviously doing amazing work over at Reach PLC. But yeah, I have a question for you, Charlie Touche, host of Go Time Dolphins, and to everyone in the comments, be it on the live, be it on Twitter, be it on Apple Music, be it on Spotify. In this scenario, we as the Dolphins call the Colts, want Jonathan Taylor. The Colts say we want a running back and number 94, Christian Wilkins. Christian Wilkins is in the final year of his contract, but needs paying. The Dolphins haven't worked out an extension with him yet. And some people believe that if you bring in Jonathan Taylor and pay Jonathan Taylor, you're probably not going to be able to pay Christian Wilkins. So, do you send Christian Wilkins and then running back the other way to bring in Jonathan Taylor? Charlie Wilson, Charlie's going to love this. Charlie Touche, I'll let you go first.
I'm not going to lie. Social media, the Go Time social media team was going to chop that up and put it out on a social media platform, but then you banged it up and called me Charlie Wilson. I'm an advocate of doing right by the player. Christian Wilkins isn't a problem to the Miami Dolphins. He's not making a fuss. He's not crying. He's not in the news. He's not. He has been everything that you can ask of a Miami Dolphins player. That's Christian Wilkins. That does not sit well with me. And y'all know I advocate for keeping Zach Sealer over Christian Wilkins because he's going to cost less. And Christian Wilkins isn't like a sack guy. So one can make the argument there's a chance we lose Wilkins in the offseason if he doesn't get signed before the season starts. So why not do it, right? So I just don't know how well that sits in the locker room that you traded Christian Wilkins. Because you're not just going to trade Christian Wilkins. You're probably going to trade Christian Wilkins, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., Cedric Wilson. You're going to have to clear some things up and clean some things up because there's no reason to have all these people. So I don't know, bro. And just to answer your questions and play the game, the answer is no for me. It's a no for me, dogs.
Yeah, I'm there's I know I asked the question. DC Kai Kid says no. Rob says I wouldn't trade Wilkins. IMAX says, yeah, I hate to see Finn trade Wilkins and they're paying him. Listen, I would the moment the coach say that, I'll put the phone down and say, I'll call you again when you can stop smoking whatever you're smoking. Like once you put down whatever you're doing, we'll pick up the conversation again. There is no way I'm giving up Christian Wilkins for Jonathan Taylor. And again, Jonathan Taylor, listen, I believe that there probably is a way to bring Jonathan Taylor to the Dolphins. I do believe that if you do that, you probably will have to lose Christian Wilkins and perhaps send him elsewhere.
But not this year.
No, not this year. Shout out to Lane. We're just talking Jonathan Taylor right now. Let us know whether you would trade for Jonathan Taylor and what the trade compensation would be. I agree with Lane. We have to resign Christian Wilkins. But yeah, I think it's like the Miami Dolphins running backs on Saturday knew what was coming because those dudes are running hard. And again, genuinely, I don't think you find many Miami Dolphins YouTube shows, podcasts, Twitter Spaces, whatever, who will genuinely make a case to keep around Savon Ahmed. No one's doing it, but we do it every single week over here. And I feel like on Saturday, people were like, hey, maybe we should keep this guy. And me and you were like, yo, we've been trying to tell you. Like, the Dolphins running backs, especially friends of the podcast, Mars Gaskin and Savon Ahmed, they aren't going to give up their roster spot easily. No way. Especially as they could win a championship this year. Like, no, not at all. Chris Brooks, listen, when he stiff armed that guy into the ground and scored that touchdown, I know Charlie was giving it a little, yeah, lean on a man. Chris was like, yeah, boy. So, and then now you get Jonathan Taylor.
But especially, and I interrupt you, but especially Myles Gaskin and Savon Ahmed have been here since the 5-11 season. Or was it? Yeah, 5-11. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the 5-win season. So, them boys ain't just walking away. Like, they got us here. Like, yo, I was here before y'all got here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deserve this ring as much as everybody else on the team deserved this ring that we're about to get. So that's kind of why it's doing right by the player. The Dolphins just don't want to ship these boys off because of what they've been to the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about the team. The team? Remember the Titans? The team? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, you want to reward these boys. You hope that you could win one while they're here. But don't get it twisted, bro. If you called and picked up the phone about Saquon Barkley, you're going to pick up the phone and talk about JT. But go ahead, Kadeem.
But again, and someone mentioned this earlier in the live chat, and I will try and find it. Probably should have started. Give me 2 seconds. Someone did mention it. Yeah, shout out to Rob. Rob says, I mean, Taylor should have already been at us, but man, we whiffed on Noah. Listen, as both myself and Charlie shake our head, we don't listen. We're both fans of Chris Greer over here. Chris Greer, being the gentleman that he is, allowed former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores to make the pick at 130. Pick 30, round 1, and the Dolphins selected Noah Benogany. Who
was it not? It was? I thought it was 29. No, it was 26 to 30.
Yeah. I will fact check that, but yeah. Noah Benogany, but yeah. In an alternative universe, Jonathan Taylor's in his 4th year as a Miami Dolphin. And yeah, pick 30. I knew I was right.
For once.
Don't for once me. Like, let's not do this. But yeah, the Dolphins could right a wrong, which should never have been a wrong. But, maybe this is them not within second time around. I was just about to get to that comment, so thanks for that. Iron Man says McCaffrey went for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Would you guys consider a trade like that? Do you mind if I start on this one?
Knock yourself out.
I'd consider it, but am I really going to give away essentially my entire draft class next year? And we again, not just us, but a lot of people say this. Your first and second round pick starters have to be round picks or rounds 3, 4, and to a lesser extent 5 potential
Developmental.
Yeah, 6 and 7 is what it is. But the Dolphins, they keep finding a way to, hey, second round picks, friend of the podcast Robert Hunt, friend of the podcast Javon Holland. Those two straight away in the Chris Greer era. Second round pick this year, 20K cam. And again, it's been, he hasn't played the NFL official down yet, but looks like he's going to be quite a decent pick. Devon A-Chain, third round pick. If the Dolphins are going to not just bring in your Jonathan Taylors, but pay your Tua Tagovailoa, your Jalen Waddle, your Jalen Ramseys, all of these kind of guys, you need to supplement that with draft picks. And you need to give yourself as many bites at the cherry. Wonder where that came from, but give yourself as many bites
at the apple, but we in two different countries.
Yeah, maybe in the US. Again, let us know in the comments. In the US, is it bites at the apple? Because I'm 99% sure it's bites at the cherry. And I get a lot wrong, but Rob, back me up on this one. But yeah, the Dolphins need as many draft picks as possible to supplement their, high earners with cheap depth. And to essentially give away, 4 to 5 cheap depth next year, especially when you might need to bring in another backup quarterback. You might need to bring him.
Bro, ain't no mites about it, bro. You not the backup quarterback, but you're gonna need all the picks you need next year because these are all the people who are not all of them. This is a lot of the people who are on their contract year. Your right tackle, friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson. Your right guard, friend of the podcast, Robert Hunt. The center, Connor Williams. Friend of the podcast, Brandon Jones, safety. Almost the entire running back room are on a 1-year contract right now, outside of Devon A-Chain. So that's 4 running backs that's just they're walking away. You don't want to have to pay them.
The entire defensive line. Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, and Raekwon Davis.
Hold on, Zach Sealer had 1 more year after this year.
I will double check.
Raekwon Davis is on the contract year.
Can I go 2 for 2?
It's a lot. It's a lot. So we just named over 8 players. You have to draft to replace those players because you can't afford to pay anyone else either. So we need as many picks as we can get. And Agba is going to get traded. Jerome Baker is going to get traded. We need all that cap space. We need players. Xavier Howard might get traded next year. This is the best Super Bowl window that we have this season. Next season will still be in the window, but this is the best opportunity we're going to have to win the Super Bowl. Next year will be okay. And then that third year is going to be, if we still didn't make it, you're going to throw every chip you have, and then you're going to borrow chips and mortgage that future. Like, let's just throw it all in because we didn't win the last 2 seasons, and we're going to throw a Hail Mary to try to win the Super Bowl. So I can't do 2, 3, 4, and 5. He's not even Christian McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do 2, 3, 4, and 5. I could do 2 3s. I could do what's that pawn shop show? That's the best I could do. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the best I could do. I could do 2 3s. I could do Cedric Wilson Jr., Jeff Wilson Jr., and I wouldn't like to do it, but I could throw A-Chain in there too. I wouldn't like to do it, but I can still do that. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. Zach Sealer is through signed a 3-year contract extension in 2020. So he's with us through 2023. Like at the end of the season, he's done. So you can't trade away 4 to 5 draft picks for 1 running back when your entire running back room outside of 1 player is gone next year. Your entire defensive line is gone. unless you try and extend that one person who you probably will. But even then, you're just going to give the money to Jonathan Taylor. So, listen, and again, the Dolphins can do multiple things. They can restructure contracts, all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. DC Kai Kid says apple or pieces of the pie. And then we have Rob saying 100% bites of the cherry. So it's a US, UK, potato, tomato, all that kind of stuff.
Kamara.
Yeah.
Potato. A holla tomato.
It's at this point, it's a weekly thing. We have to shout him out. Alama Uluwave, again, had himself a really great game. And especially when the snaps from Connor Williams, like,
But the first play of the game was like an offsides that didn't get called. The snap almost went through the back of the end zone, almost got a safety. Then I think the second play was the pick. Am I right?
No, it was. I'm pretty sure it was it was the first.
The first play was a pick, and then the second play of the second series was a snap over his head. It was bad, bro.
Yeah,
I think
the first
looking like a optimist football team out there, bro.
The first play was a pick, and then after that, there was a snap which Tua caught, like literally on the 1 yard line, tried to give to the running back, but got tackled. It was like, again, this really is not what we're doing. But no, I think it's Jason Sarney has a really good breakdown of some really good moments from friend of the podcast, Alama Uluwave. So he's doing everything he can to, at the very, very, very least, give Chris Greer a very difficult decision to make.
No, he's going to make the team, bro. At minimum, he's the backup center. At minimum. And then, depending on how good he pans out, he might be the starting center next year.
Yeah.
And we're going to have him on the podcast. Like, yo, remember us? We day ones, bro.
Does that mean
day ones?
Does that mean I can ask him if I can get his jersey? Because I kind of
no. Ease up.
I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, I would quite like a Uluwave jersey. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, Rob says you.
I ain't gonna lie. Win the Super Bowl, you can do whatever you want.
I was gonna do it anyway. Like, it's all good. Like, again, dude, I've got a water jersey. Like,
but that's like a what do they call it? A novelty.
Okay, I'll get a novelty Uluwave jersey.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, you can get as many novelties as you want. Perfect.
I've obviously got the Black Smoke Go Time Dolphins one. I should pull that out. I haven't worn that in quite a while. That's pretty dope. If you are in the live on YouTube and you haven't commented yet, and you want to be part of the Tyreek Hill trading card giveaway, you're running out of time to comment, so I can add you to the list. We will be giving away on this episode. Again, shout out to our first official Patreon, Hammer. Again, greatly appreciated. And you know what? Generally, shout out to everyone in the live who joined us so far. Shout out to Rob, because I know it's UK time, so it's basically 1 minute to midnight right now, but being up with us. Shout out to everyone in the States, be it whatever state you're in, time difference, whether you're don't drive and watch Go Time Dolphins, I don't recommend that. Whether you're around the dinner table, whether you're at work, and either if you're with us right now, be it live or in the future, shout out to the future. Hope you're having a great Tuesday / Wednesday / Thursday / whenever you get to this podcast. And if you are in the future, let us know how the Jonathan Taylor trade went, because yeah, it'll be cool to listen to this podcast. Like, oh my days, they just made that trade and stuff like that. So, but no, we started off this podcast obviously talking about the 28th.
That jersey's dope, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And show the dolphin on the sleeve, bro. That's dope.
Love it. But yeah, are there any other takeaways from the 28-3 victory over the Houston Texans?
Nah, we about to get into bonus time and give away a Tyreek Hill trading card.
Yeah, 100%. So like I said, if you haven't commented already and you want to, even if it's a hi or a yo or a fins up or a say whatever you want, then yeah, let us know as Charlie brings us over to bonus time.
Show the card one more time. Gotta love it. Hey, y'all tune in to the Go Time Dolphins. We got the giveaways on deck, man. Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
So, IMAX says another card. Hammer says bonus. And then IMAX says already. So, yes, we are giving away another card. But I've also got this, Charlie. I have another card that I haven't opened yet. And Charlie said, what? He's on mute. Now, I can lip read. So, like, that's all good. But if you can't lip read or you're listening on, a non-video platform, then yeah, Charlie was on mute. But I have another card. I'm not even going to say, can you guess what it is? Because there's so many cards it could be. I think this could be a Tua card. Or is it a Javon Holland? No, let me, before we do the giveaway for the Tyreek Hill card, let me open this and see what it is. Called it.
Bro, you said like 4 people talking about you called it. Not another 22.
I've got another 22 friend of the podcast, Javon Holland card.
Yo, another rookie card from Javon Holland. This is the second one. Hey, you know what? We might have to keep that one in the tuck. I'm just saying that, everybody. Hey, let's give away this Tyreek Hill card, man. Let's just give away the Tyreek Hill card.
So let's get the wheel up. No, that's definitely the wrong thing. So yeah, you literally run out of time to join the giveaway. I see we have a comment just there. Who's talking to? We have DC Kakit saying facts, and Rob says, "Did you guys see Panini lost the right to print NFL cards? Really? Yo, let me. I don't think I have many Panini cards, to be fair.
So you think the value went up?
No, because this isn't a. So this is the. Oh no, this is my perfect condition friend of the podcast, Javon Holland 22 card is Panini.
Just went up, huh?
Yo, this went up. This is never been sold. Never on my life, never ever been sold. But let's do the Tyreek Hill card giveaway. Best of luck to all involved. I love the little drum roll that comes with it.
Hold on.
You doing a name check?
Yeah, I thought someone else commented that I don't see his name, their name.
Bear of us while we double check. We don't want anyone to miss out. I thought I caught everyone. If you're in a comment and you don't see your name, here got DB, then again comment.
Yeah.
No, I thought I got everyone.
All right.
Yeah, Moya, IMAX, Hammer, Rob.
Yeah, if you don't see your name on there, comment and let us know you don't see your name on there. We'll give it a couple more seconds.
Oh, before we do that,
couldn't have been any other way. Magnificent.
No, what else is magnificent? We have our second Patreon. Lane just signed up to Patreon. I believe Lane is the first. Let me double check. Lane is the first. Oh no, it doesn't show it yet. But no, again, Lane, appreciate that.
Appreciate it, Lane. Appreciate it. Like, hey, we just do content just cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, this started from WhatsApp, from voice notes on WhatsApp to phone calls that were recorded to now we got a whole podcast out here, and the fact that y'all rock with us, we rock with y'all for real, for real. Let's get it. Let's get this Tyreek Hill card away.
Cool. Best of luck, everyone.
Boom, boom, boom. Tss. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Moya TV. Hey, shout out to Moya TV, man. Tyreek Hill card, trading card. That thing looked clean in the hologram. We appreciate all the people who rock with us and then win giveaways. I'm glad it's somebody who really rock with us, and everybody rock with us, but shout out to Moya TV, man. It's your turn this time, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, 100%. Moya,
hey, IMAX almost won back to back.
Could you imagine?
That would have been the second time in history someone won back to back on Go Time Dolphins.
Yeah, Moya, if you could let us know your address, email us at gotimedolphins@gmail.com. We will get that shipped off to you as soon as possible. Also, everyone who's already commented about fantasy football. If you want to be part of the Go Time Dolphins Fantasy Football League, email us at gotimedolphins@gmail.com. Put fantasy in the headline so we know it's easy to
fantasy football in the headline. We don't need to know all y'all other fantasies. I'm not interested.
Hey, I'm interested. If you want to talk, and I'm happy. I'm just saying. Also, shout out to Lane. MVP.
Boom, boom, boom,
a
boom.
GTD MVP.
Boom, 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 boom.
So yeah,
boom,
again,
boom, boom,
Lane will be in contact
boom, boom,
in terms of the wallpaper choice, and if Hammy is still here as well. Oh, know what? Let me see if I can very, very, very quickly show you what our GTD phone wallpapers look like. Charlie, you've seen them. What do you make of them?
Them things clean, bro.
Super
clean.
Shout out to 5 Yard Lee for the production. As always, amazing graphics.
Shout out to everybody on the graphics team. Shout out to everybody on the social media team. Go Time Dolphin social media. Go Time Dolphin graphics.
Share that.
Shout out to everybody behind the scenes.
So, I'll show it very quickly on my phone. That is what it looks like. And we have 3 versions. We have the throwback jersey, the home throwback jersey. We have the road jersey, which we wear at home a lot because it's really hot and we want to wear white. And then we have the current jersey. So that is what it looks like. You have your name and personalized number on it. So let us know.
I'm not going to lie. That didn't even do it justice because it's detail oriented. And I thought he was going to put up on the screen, and that probably wouldn't have did it justice either. So when I seen it in my phone, I'm like, yo, this is super clean. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. What we'll do is we'll try to get them up on the social media platforms so everyone can see the detail, how detail oriented they are, and you guys can see what you get for signing up to Patreon. And then we'll also put the Patreon tiers on the next episode so everyone can see what tier is which on Patreon. But again, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. You got anything before we go, Kadeem?
Yeah, very, very quickly, because technology is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I can show you what I believe it's a throwback jersey. So I'll show you what the throwback jersey looks like. And again, shout out to 5 Yard Lee for, again, the small details, which if you know your Miami Dolphins jerseys, then you know why this is the throwback one, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if I didn't have Hannah Montana as my background, this is what I would have, because I'm not trying to get in trouble and change my background to a Dolphins jersey. Like, I don't need that in my life right now. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And yeah, you can have obviously your personalized name. You wouldn't say Touche, a number, whatever number you want. So yeah, we will be in contact with the name and number that you want. And like we said, you can get that at basically any tier on the GTD Patreon. Again, next episode we will share the exact tiers and stuff like that. But also, yeah, you're entered into the Madden 24 giveaway as well. So bonus, loads of bonuses over here at Go Time Dolphins. But Jonathan Taylor, Texans, concussions, but not to Tua. It's been a very interesting. 72 hours over Miami, probably even less than that. Any parting thoughts from you?
No parting thoughts.
Also,
Fantasy football draft will be September 3rd. September 3rd for the fantasy football draft. Hit us up at gotimedolphins@gmail.com. And the subject put fantasy football. I know Kadeem already said it, but we're really trying to make it September 3rd, the draft.
cool, brilliant. So you heard it all here first, guys, and we shall see you on the next Go Time